My grandmother's store was in that movie.
Okay.
So she owned a department store on the square in Monticello, and there's a part in the movie where Marissa Tomei runs up the stairs and looks in the window and says, "Out with the flu."
Yeah.
Because she's looking for a suit and can't get one.
Right.
That was my grandmother's store.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, are you a Vol fan? This interview is over.
Working with the Nazis and Christian Dior was making dresses for the officials' wives, but funneling the money into the French Resistance.
What's up? It's me, Haley Jones. I am here at Trademark Advertising with Jay Mitchell, the man of the hour himself. We are talking all things advertising today, and I'm very secretly, selfishly looking forward to this conversation because I have so many questions. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so we can get to know Jay a little better. We've got some rapid fire. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Okay. Reading books or watching TV?
Watching TV, although I do get a lot of Audible in and out on the road.
Okay. What are you watching right now?
Have you heard of The New Look? It's on Apple TV.
No.
Okay, so it's actually the perfect show for my wife and I because it takes place right at the end of World War II, and it follows the story of Coco Chanel and Christian Dior in kind of it's Christian Dior, Coco Chanel, and Nazis.
Oh.
So yeah, World War II, the end of the fall of Germany, and how Coco Chanel basically was working with the Nazis, and Christian Dior was making dresses for the officials' wives, but funneling the money into the French Resistance. So yeah.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called The New Look.
The New Look. Okay, The New Look. And also, it's hard for my husband and I to find stuff that we both like. So I feel like this is, to your point.
Yes.
Amazing.
My wife loves fashion.
Yeah.
I like
the history.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like the perfect, it's like they were like, oh, this is the show that these people would absolutely love together. So
love that. Okay. Okay, chocolate or vanilla?
Okay, I've heard this one before, and I came very, very prepared for this. Okay,
I'm ready.
Vanilla.
Oh.
And the reason is is for me, vanilla is like a blank canvas.
That's true.
You can put anything on vanilla and it enhances it.
Yeah.
Whereas chocolate, don't get me wrong, is very good on its own.
And it enhances everything too, Jay.
Okay.
He's like, no.
A scoop of chocolate ice cream on a piece of apple pie, or vanilla ice cream on apple pie.
You're right. He's right. You're right. That's a good one. And I'm just thinking, because you wouldn't, like, if you did chocolate cake or like any pie or cake, you choose vanilla. You're right. He's right. Okay, football or basketball?
Football.
Are we college, pro? Like, what are we watching?
College, predominantly. I mean, all the above.
Yes.
I'd rather watch bad football than good basketball. That's just a personal thing.
Yes, because a basketball game can be 3 minutes long. I don't know why are we doing all this ahead of time. Can we just not make it 3 minutes?
I played football back in the day, so for me, it's football. Any type of football. Big fan of college, a little more than pro, because I feel like college is every play, the stakes are just higher. Every play is a potential to get to the next level.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, are you a Vol fan? Oh, this interview is over.
Don't hold it against me.
If you say Alabama, Jay.
No. So my mom and dad met at the University of Georgia.
Oh.
I was born in Georgia.
Okay, that's cool.
So
yeah. If I go to a Vols game in Athens, I've been to Athens actually, but not for like football reasons. Back when I was a teacher, we took a field trip to UGA, whatever, cool. But I'm just curious, if we go to a Vols game, if we go to a Georgia UT game there, how are people gonna be?
You will have a wonderful time.
Yeah.
My father likes to say it this way, it's not the Georgia students or the Georgia alumni you have to worry about, it's the Georgia fans that didn't pass the 4th grade. Those are the ones that are...
That might be...
And you could probably say the same about...
1,000,000%. You could also say the same about some people that graduated from UT, okay? I'm just going to say it. Some people out here are crazy, okay? And I said it because I'm a Vol fan, so I can say that.
I will say this. We moved here in 2020.
Okay.
And my wife and I have been to 2 Vol games.
Yes.
And from a non-Vol fan,
yes,
it's pretty cool. I remember going into the stadium, looking out at over 100,000 people, and everything feels very, very close. It's all very cozy. And I'm just looking at it and go, okay, I get it. This is kind of cool.
And then he started singing Rocky Top.
It's a catchy song.
I know, right?
Hey,
Oh my God,
it's
that's
fun.
hilarious.
You guys have a great atmosphere. It's a great time at Neyland Stadium.
Yes.
And don't hate me for it, but orange is not my color. I do not look good in orange. It's a thing. So don't hold it against me.
That's a limiting belief. No. Wait, are you a Falcons fan?
Yes, I have routinely been disappointed by the Falcons. They've let me down quite a bit.
Georgia. I was like, you must be. Okay.
I did go to the University of Mississippi though, so
okay.
I went to Ole Miss, and
yeah.
Here's the thing: we're never gonna make a run for the SEC, West or the championship,
right?
But we will always have a good time.
That's true.
So we never lost a party.
Yeah, we are the winners at the parties. Okay, Peyton or Dolly? This is a very Tennessee question, but I just gotta ask it.
I might catch hell for this one too, but Dolly.
I agree with that. I mean,
Dolly,
Peyton's cool.
love Peyton. He's been a great player, Dolly though,
she's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, she sends my daughter books every month, so step it up, Peyton.
Get it together, man. Okay, tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Or is it black? Does it have vanilla in it? Like, what are we doing?
Cream, no sugar.
Oh, that's what my husband gets. I'm just kidding. Favorite fast food meal? This is a new one.
Yeah.
I threw this in there.
Right, yeah. I thought I was prepared for that, but I was not.
Well, now we're 7 minutes in.
Yeah.
Like, I've messed up the rapid fire. But that's good. It's a good conversation.
I mean, you can't beat a good burger.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the Five Guys double burger with their hand-cut French fries.
Oh, yeah. Which, by the way, we're gonna take we're gonna segue into advertising because supposedly they don't do any online marketing. Five Guys.
Five Guys?
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe not online marketing. Supposedly they don't do anything within the Meta Facebook ads platform.
I can see that.
Isn't that crazy? Now, I saw this on TikTok.
So it has to be true.
I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, it has to be true if it's on TikTok. They would not lie to us.
Yeah, anyways, that's very interesting. So, anyhow, okay. Anything on Rapid Fire that I didn't ask you that you're like, I was prepared for this and you didn't ask me?
Man, you put me on the spot. No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read your bio from the website.
Okay.
If you hate it, we'll edit it out. Okay, Jay has been in the digital advertising industry for almost 10 years now. After serving in the United States Marine Corps, he earned a BA in the history from the University of West Georgia and later a master's in education. Okay, hold on. So did you teach history?
No, I've not taught history, but that was the original plan.
Yeah.
And then I know that teachers are undervalued and underpaid.
Yeah, former high school math teacher. So I get it.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh.
No, that was the original plan after leaving the military, was to go get a degree in history, teaching certification.
Coach football.
But then...
That's the stigma, okay?
Right,
history teacher
coaches football.
But that's fine. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to be the history teacher that actually taught history, not the football coach that, repeats whatever movie that they, have the kids watch Band of Brothers for the third or fourth year in a row.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I get it. So you have your master's in education. You come from a small business family. So tell us about that.
So my dad is originally from Monticello, Georgia. You ever heard of it?
No.
Okay. Have you seen My Cousin Vinny?
So. This is a horrible game to play because every movie you ask, I'll be like, no, unless it's a Disney movie. So anyways, no, I haven't.
Okay, well, My Cousin Vinny was filmed in Monticello, Georgia. Okay. And to the viewers that have seen it, they're like, oh, yeah.
Right, they know.
My grandmother's store was in that movie.
Okay.
So she owned a department store on the square in Monticello.
Yeah.
And there's a part in the movie where Marissa Tomei runs up the stairs and looks in the window and says, out with the flu.
Yeah.
Because she's looking for a suit and can't get one.
Right.
That was my grandmother's store.
Oh, that's cool.
They actually came in to talk to her about, hey, we would like to use, Joe Pesci actually came in and talked to her and said, we would like to use your store for a shot in the movie. Would you mind closing it for half a day? My grandmother said, I can't close the store for half a day. What if somebody comes and needs clothing? If I'm not open, they're going to go across the street to my competitor.
Whatever, yeah.
So if you can tell them to close, then I'll close it for half a day. And she goes, okay, well, how about an hour? And she goes, no, I still can't do it. He goes, Joe Pesci gets a pair of boots, which he actually, in the movie, he's wearing them when he steps out of the car. He bought them from her, and he goes, I'll buy these boots and give you $500 if we can just use your store for an hour. She goes, which window do you want it in?
Boom. That's awesome.
So I tell this story because growing up, I would always hear from her that, the the little man just can't make it in today's world. There's just, Walmart has killed the little small business. And the thing that I've found in the 10 plus years that I've been doing this is there are people that want to spend money with businesses like my grandmother's. The problem is they don't know of them, or they don't know about it. And that's where the internet, for all of its doom and gloom on some cases, actually has the ability to level that playing field, get that message out in front of the people that are really engaged with small businesses and want to use their or spend their money at the small business level. We just need to get that story out there, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I love what I do with Trademark is I get to help that small business get seen and found and get their message to that audience that wants their products and services.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Which actually, like on your website, it says that exactly. We want our people to get noticed and get measurable, so results. Like, I think that's awesome. So tell us then, like, how did you get to Trademark? How'd you get here, basically?
So we were living in Asheville, North Carolina, and then my wife got a fantastic offer from a fashion company that's headquartered here, Altered State. You may have heard of it.
May or may not have.
So she got a wonderful position out here. She's in e-commerce and marketing as well. So we're the millennial internet professionals, if you will. So we moved here back in 2020, maybe 2021. It's all kind of a blur. I was finishing up my master's online, and I got a job with Spectrum doing business services in and around this area for small, medium businesses, helping with phone, internet, cable TV, and now wireless phone. And in a networking group, a gentleman who was in this role previously, I just kind of started chatting with him, kind of nerded out on mobile advertising and digital marketing and SEM and SEO, and he was like, oh, this guy's really into it. Like, he was looking for a way to transition to another position. And so he said, hey, do you want to come work for Trademark? And I was like, heck yeah, I do. So that's awesome. How I ended up here.
That is so cool. Okay, so tell us what all Trademark does. Like, I know we can go to the website, we can see the list of services, but like give us the deets.
Okay, so we are a full service advertising and marketing company. We do all the traditional prints and logo design, all the various things that a advertising and marketing company would do. What we specialize in, though, is new media, digital marketing, so things like social media advertising, pay-per-click advertising, search engine marketing, Google Ads, display advertisements, and the search engine marketing is really, website development, website design is a big part of what we do. Trying to create visually stunning and conversion-focused websites for our clients.
So make it look good, and then also people will call you as a result.
Make it look good, make it easy to move forward, and then that's kind of that's the secret sauce. Is a lot of other companies in a similar space will share with you all these impressions that they're going to get you. We're going to get you 200,000 impressions on Facebook and social media, and that's great. We don't measure our success on impressions. We measure it by conversions. The number of people that actually go to your website, call you on the phone, book an appointment. That's our measure for success. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many eyeballs are on your website unless those eyeballs have money in their pocket and they're willing to spend it.
They're gonna convert to something.
But that's the thing is it's very, very easy to have an impressive, big number about how many people saw or how many impressions were there. But that's literally the easiest thing you can do because you're just throwing money at it. Whereas we want to be very deliberate about who those eyeballs are, where they are, what they're doing, who that audience is, and then catch them in that moment where they are ready to make a decision or move forward, and you're at the top of that list when that happens.
So when someone's looking for, like a small business, local business, is looking for marketing or advertising, or how do they know what they need, and then how do they what are some questions they should be asking, because I guess, and I can narrow this down even further because that's pretty broad, but do we need Google ads? Do they need Facebook ads? Do they need to prioritize SEO? Is the website the most important? Is the logo the most important? Where do they start? And then also, how do they know who they're talking to knows what they're talking about?
So I'm glad you asked that question. So I think you're going to appreciate this. My former teacher is, I've actually started developing what I call the trademark hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
Kind of
I love it.
Kind of like Maslow's
Yes.
hierarchy of needs. You know, you have your basic, survival.
Right.
Being able to feed, clothe, and shelter yourself.
Right.
So that's your website.
Right.
Your website is your base. If you don't have a website, that's kind of where you need to go first. And logos are a big part of that too, because a logo is going to go on your website.
Right.
We help design logos for our clients, and it's not just like fancy font and colors. Like, we actually take the time to get an understanding of who you are, what as a business, what you're looking to do, what colors kind of match that fit of what you're looking for. And then we develop several options. We ask insights from our clients. What do you think? A good logo should not be something you slap together in like 30-40 minutes. Like, it should take about 2 or 3 weeks, and that's actually on a fast, quick turnaround for us. But what we also provide, other than just a beautiful logo, is we set you up with a brand book, which is going to show you not just the logo, but the colors that are the Pantone colors, so that when you are sending your logo to a print shop or to a embroiderer or someone that's going to be building, we like to do all that work as well, but if you're going to go to somebody else, we would like for you to be able to say, this is the Pantone color, this is the very specific red that we have for this, and then we give kind of a glossary of terms of like what a JPEG is, a vector file, PNG versus all the ins and outs of it, so that your logo is not just visually stunning, but it's actually going to be set up for success in other things. It's
not going to show up blurry.
Yes, exactly. Well, that just made it so much easier. Yeah, make sure.
Yeah, and it's consistent, right?
Yes.
Across, like your colors are consistent, like everything's consistent. It's the brand. Okay, so Google ads versus Facebook ads, like what's your take?
Well, it kind of depends on what the product is.
Yeah.
For my experience, Facebook ads are really, really good for like impulse, like things that you want to buy without thinking too much about it. Like, I've been seeing this little fidget spinner on my For You page and and every time I see it, I'm like this close to actually buying it. Like, I always have to like stop myself and like, no, I'm going to see it again. So those types of products and those types of services, that sort of advertisement for that thing, I would 100% encourage using social media for that. Facebook, Instagram, all that. It's the supermarket checkout. The candy aisle, the supermarket checkout. You're not thinking, you're just grabbing. That's where a social media, if you're putting money into your social media campaigns, that's what it should be for. Jay's opinion, 10 years of experience doing this.
I know. I know.
But for something that's maybe a little bit more discerning, things that you're going to have to price check or think about a little bit more. When I need to go to the dentist, I'm not going to go on Facebook and search dentist near me. I'd go to Google for that. So if your product or your service is there's a little bit more of a customer journey, a little bit more of a process to moving forward, then a Google Ads campaign is really the best option for, again, 10 years in my opinion. That being said, I would not tell anyone not to do social media, but if the bulk of your budget is going to Facebook ads and people don't search Facebook for what you're doing, you really should be probably putting it towards your Google ads. So
when it comes to budgeting in general, like, should people be doing that based off like projected conversion rate, or should they be like, this is my budget and this is, what I'm saying? Like, should it be towards a certain conversion, or does it need to be like, I have $1,000 per month, what can you do? You know what I'm saying?
So we will always want to be very strategic about where we are using our clients' budgets. And, I would always err on the side of, a good SEM campaign, search engine marketing, bidding on the right keywords that are going to have the most impact. Not necessarily the ones that are being searched the most, but the ones that are converting the most. Because that's another big distinction, is there might be a lot of people searching for, this service, but the ones that are actually converting, the ones that are actually moving from people clicking on it to actually moving forward, or those could be different.
Yeah.
So even though
that
the
makes
volume's high on this one,
Right.
the conversion's higher on this one.
Yeah.
So we want to.
You're gonna ramp up that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it also is SEO a thing?
SEO is a thing.
So if someone's like, well, what do I even do? What would your recommendation be? Like call Trademark? I mean, obviously we want you to call Trademark, but I'm just saying, like, where do you even get started? And then how do you know if someone knows what they're talking about? Because I'm speaking from personal experience, and I paid some business a lot of money for nothing. And I kept being hopeful. Like, oh, it'll take 90 days. Oh, it's going to take 6 months. And a year later, I have nothing to show for it.
Were they writing blog articles for you?
Yeah, yes.
Copying and pasting ChatGPT articles?
Basically, but then they got behind. Anyways, whatever. So it was very expensive, and like, I don't think I have anything to show for it. And so I guess I'm just thinking, and I think I'm like I know some things, but I don't know SEO. You know what I mean? So I just thought, I trust these people, whatever they're saying, I can do this. And they're saying all these words. It's like when you go to get your oil changed and then they're like, your blah, blah, blah is broken. And you're like, oh gosh.
Need an extra can of Blink in the headlight fluid.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, and you're like, oh gosh, okay.
Yeah, and you don't want to look stupid, so you just.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I need
and
that.
And meanwhile, they don't actually change a part. They don't actually fix what's wrong with. Unfortunately, there are people in this industry that don't have the same level of morals or will try to make it confuse you with jargon and stuff like that. And I try to always have it the teacher mentality of like, I'm doing this for you, but I'm also giving you the ability to learn this on your own. And so that, everything that I do in a digital marketing space and web design and everything, the information's out there.
Right. No, totally. It's all Googleable. It's all like figure outable, but you don't know actually what's.
But you got more important stuff to do.
Yeah.
You have more important things to do, like running your business.
Full-time job or 2 full-time jobs, really, like honestly. But
But when it comes to SEO, there's really 3 things that go into SEO.
Yeah.
It's domain registry. So if you have, your yourcompanyname.com, that's, you either have it or you don't.
Right.
So there's that. Content, which is new, relevant content to whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's really what people have the most. That's what people are doing the most. Is they're just throwing out content. It's how you come across a apple pie recipe that's just 5,000 ways of saying apple pie, and you don't actually get the recipe. That is an example of someone that is trying to game the SEO algorithm to get higher on those search results. I'm going to get back to that in just a second, because the next part of it is backlinks. Backlinks are your website showing up on the Chamber of Commerce or showing up on what's happening in Knoxville or the various other websites that are out there. Part of that backlink strategy is also making sure that your address is correct. And I mean, if on Google it says, Avenue or AVE, but on a different directory it's, spelled out Avenue. You and I look at that and go, well, it's the same thing. Like, it's Avenue.
Obviously. Computers,
as smart as we think they are,
they're not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Does not compute. That does not match, and that is something that would ding you on your optimization in the organic search results. But who wants to spend the time to go through all these directories to make sure that it's listed properly? We have software and various things that we do that for you.
We have ways. Yeah.
But back a little bit to the content creation, which is what people will say, like, content's king. Having, 3 or 4 blog articles every week and new content. One thing I've known from this is Google will always default to the user experience.
Yeah.
Google wants people to have a positive experience using their platform. So, with that being said, they haven't released anything or said anything, but again, my experience and what I know is, what's a pleasurable or an enjoyable experience for people searching on the internet is watching videos. Your video content's amazing, by the way. Great job. I would continue doing that.
Thank you.
If people have the option of reading or watching, we default to watching.
Yeah.
So if you're just throwing out ChatGPT and AI generated content, eventually Google's going to see that and go, people aren't engaging in this.
Right.
We're getting all this content that our algorithms are reading, but we actually don't see people reading it. And we can do this because we see the screen time and how much time they're actually in there. And if they're, which is why the biggest thing that affects SEO is actually bounce rate.
Okay.
Are you familiar with bounce rate?
So is that like how long that you keep someone?
Yes. How long someone goes on your website and stays on it.
Yeah.
If they leave if they open your website and then 30 seconds later they leave, that hits your, that's a
ding.
That's a ding. That hurts your bounce rate. The higher bounce rate, the lower you go on the search results.
I don't know what mine is on my website. Anyways, I'm thinking about this now.
We'll take a look at it and see.
Yeah,
So one of the things that we do with our websites is we actually
Yeah.
do put a 30-second video content right there at the very top.
Yes.
So when people go to the
Yeah.
website, they see a video that's just moving images. It's not, there's no
Yes.
sound, there's,
Right.
it's a visual storytelling about your business. And it's that hacking the human brain in an instance where
Yeah.
we get that 30 seconds.
Right.
So that 30 seconds is there because people are going to watch it until they see something repeat.
Right.
And now we've gamed the SEO.
Right.
So when I tell people like our websites come with SEO built in, it's built in with the copy that we generate. And there's another thing I want to get into that.
Yeah.
But if you're writing the content for your websites, we know you're an expert in your area of expertise. Whatever you're doing, we know that you are the subject matter expert on it.
Right.
The person that is looking at your website doesn't need the subject matter expert. They need to know why it's important for them to use you.
Yes.
So when you write your content for your website, write it with what does my client or my customer need to know without bombarding them with facts and numbers and the various experiences that you've had.
Yes.
You don't bombard them with all the facts. Just tell them why why you're the best one for the job or why yours is better than the others. So.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So if someone's like, I have nothing done. I don't have a website. I don't even know. I know the name of my business and that's it. Like, where should they start?
I mean, first step for me would be go to GoDaddy or check out if the domain's available. Like I've had a lot of conversations with people that were like, I'm thinking of starting a business and it's a clothing store and so do you have a name for it? He goes, yeah, it's this, that, and
Amazon. That's taken.
Right. No. But I was on the phone with him and he told me the name. Yeah. I was like, hang on one second. I put him on pause. I grabbed our guy Daryl in the back who you just met. I said, hey, is this name available? And checked on it. Said it's available. We can get it for next to nothing. So I said, go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
And I got back on the phone with him. I said, hey, guess what? Congratulations, you're the proud owner of this company.com.
Right.
And so, but yeah, if there's one thing that I would say, first step towards any of it is get your company.com.
Yeah.
And then once you have that, then start getting set up as your email at that.com. Nothing gets a little more discrediting when it's, jcmitch541@gmail.com. It's like, well, hang on a second. Like, you're a business. Why aren't you yourbusinessname.com?
Right.
So.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh my gosh, I have so many things I could ask you and we're already over time, but I'm like, I want to know everything. Okay, what is your take on TikTok ads? Or you may not have a take. I'm just curious.
I mean, the demo for TikTok skews younger. Mm-hmm. So right off the bat, if you're trying to reach boomers, TikTok's not the way to go. Facebook is the best way. If 70-something% of boomer audience segment is on Facebook.
And they are on Facebook. Like hardcore.
Yeah. That's
so know your demo, basically.
Know your demo.
Know your client.
Yeah. Not to go down the rabbit hole about it, but TikTok, read some stuff about it, and basically some people smarter than me were able to reverse engineer the algorithm on TikTok and see all the data that was being collected. When you're using TikTok, it's collecting data of latitude and longitude.
Yeah.
Where you are. The really scary part though about it is it's also picking up your elevation.
Oh, really?
Where you are above sea level. And why would the Chinese Communist government need to know? So.
This turned into a conspiracy theory podcast.
Take my tenfold out. But here's the other thing, and I was talking about this not too long ago, and again, I don't want to sound
Yeah,
conspiracy
no, I'm just
theories.
thinking like, why would that? What's that information? Anyways, whatever. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna rabbit hole this later, but anyway.
So the weather balloon, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where people were like all worried that it was Chinese weather balloon the size of a school bus flying over our country.
Yeah.
So everyone's worried about like what it was collecting.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about what it's collecting because we're already giving that information up
Right.
to everybody and their brother already.
Right.
What makes me nervous
Yeah.
is if information can go up,
Yeah.
it can go down.
Yeah.
So what makes me nervous is what they could be broadcasting locally to that area that could cause a fiasco.
Yeah.
So
That's very interesting.
hey, have a great weekend, everybody.
Jill's gonna sleep fine tonight. Okay, so if someone's like wants to get a hold of Trademark, like what do they need to do? Who is Trademark best for? Like who do you feel Trademark best serves?
We are a marketing agency that has services that could fit any business.
Which if you go to their website, I mean you've got clients across like every different thing and every different like level. So education, financial, food, government, healthcare, manufacturing, nonprofit, real estate, retail, service, technology. So I was like looking through all these and it is really like everybody.
I mean, everybody.
Big, small, everything.
Everybody needs a website.
Yeah.
And a really good, stunning website is what could be a big differentiator between, getting larger clients, attracting more parishioners. You're not going to be in a bad position if you have a really, really good website.
Right.
The other part of that is, if you want to have the appearance of a grander, bigger operation than you may currently be, a great website's a great way to do that as well.
Right.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Just call him, basically.
Yeah.
He's got a hierarchy of needs, and he can assess your.
Yeah, the hierarchy is website, then traffic, then community, and then rinse and repeat. Go back and check it again.
So website, traffic, so getting people to the website.
Website, traffic, community.
So that's like people engaging,
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
If you're putting Facebook here, Facebook goes above traffic. Okay. You want traffic. You want a website, traffic, then Facebook. Community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And then what was the last one?
Just repeat.
Repeat.
Review and reevaluate that. And that also kind of goes to why the website's the first one, is because you want to put analytics on it so you're able to track and monitor how many people are coming to your website, how they're getting there, what's the way that they're navigating things. So without that base of a solid website with analytics included on the back end, you can't actually get to that top level.
Side note, how does Google know how many calls I've gotten? Like when I get my monthly analytics, like from my Google, it'll say like your calls are down, your calls are up. But I mean, how do they know that?
So your website, you're talking about the analytics of your website?
No, I guess it's from my Google My Business.
Google My Business page?
Yeah.
So the click to call function on the Google My Business page, that is what they're counting as a call.
Interesting. Which seems dumb, but I'm like, I didn't even think I had that. Anyways, whatever. This is personal. I'll ask you this later. Okay, is there anything about Trademark that like we haven't touched on that you wanted to speak to, or like a question I didn't ask about Trademark?
So I'll just share with you, in previous roles, there was a similar situation or similar position that I was in. I was working for larger entities where if someone was spending however much money in a digital marketing campaign, part of that is spent as a budget through Google or Facebook or whatever. And there's a portion of that spend that goes to keeping the lights on and paying, employee salaries.
Right.
Larger organizations, that spend takes a larger chunk out of the budget for actual advertising. Trademark's a great lean organization because we have that portion of that's going to keeping our lights on and keeping us, the places here and such and equipment. It's so much lower than what you would be doing with another larger company. Right. I have that warm feeling at night that like we're actually doing the most with it.
For people,
We're doing the most work or the most good with our clients. So
that's awesome.
And then, so we were talking about how we cover lots of different industries, and we can have websites and various services for all these different industries.
Oh.
If somebody is telling you that they are only doing this for dentist or real estate or whatever, they're lying to you. They're trying to make you feel like you are...
I've been lied to, Jay.
It's okay. And it really grinds my gears and frustrates me because, like, I've had lots of people that, you know, have told me we've decided to go with another company because this is all they do. I'm like, no, that's what their website says.
Right.
But in reality, that entity is part of another organization, right. And you're getting that warm feeling that, oh, they only do this for restaurants, or they only work with nonprofits. No, they work with everything. Right. They're just telling you that they do this so that you have that false sense of like.
Right. Well, and you don't need a subject matter expert on your subject. You need someone that's a subject matter expert on getting your stuff out.
Yeah.
And then I would also push back and say, which I've learned this, and you know, correct me, but like, ask them, who are those people? Who are your clients that are in my same field? I want to see their marketing. I want to see their website. What are their conversion rates? Call that person, ask them. And if that information is not available, like, it's not for you. Anyways, just wanted to say that.
Hey, you want to join the Trademark? You could do this. You could do that. Yeah. Hey guys, I'll see you later.
Well, I've been through it. You know what I mean? Well, because the thing is, when you have a business, you want it to be successful. But
nobody starts a business to say, I'm going to fail at this.
No. Right. So I find that the more money you have, the more you're like, oh, I'll throw this at it. Like this will, but you don't even know the right questions to ask, and you trust people. You know what I mean? And so anyways, but that's just my personal whatever. Okay, so really quick, I have a couple more questions. Okay, so you moved here to East Tennessee in 2021? 2020?
Yes, 2021, I believe.
So
yes.
For someone that's like thinking, should I move to East Tennessee? Should I not? Like, what's your take? The good, the bad, the ugly.
I mean, I love it. I love it here.
Word.
I do. I really, really enjoy it here. Whether it's weather, you know, you have good and bad. So like that's not that. But I lived in Florida before, and I will gladly take this weather over that any day. A lot of people
say that, yeah.
You know, the mountains are beautiful. The people are just super friendly. It was a great town. Yeah. It's a great vibe, great city.
Are you in West Knox? Like, where do you live?
I'm in Maryville.
Oh. Maryville.
Yeah, I said that right.
I love it. He's like, I said it right.
I love Maryville though. I love the Maryville Farmers Market. You know, it's a great small town vibes. Just wonderful. And the people are so nice when you meet them.
Yes.
Don't want to know what they say about me behind my back.
What's your go-to Maryville restaurant?
Man.
Or top 3 or whatever. You don't want to call anybody out.
I mean,
if you say Burger King.
No. Walnut Kitchen was really good.
They have a new dessert they posted, and I'm like begging my husband to take me there because they're sisters with the Appalachian in Sevierville. So good. Anyways, they have a new dessert that we gotta go.
Blackberry Farms Brewery.
I've not been.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it good?
It's now Peaceful Side Social.
Okay, is that the same?
They're not the same. Blackberry Farm,
you mean,
Peaceful Side.
Peaceful Side now in Maryville.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
But the one out in Townsend is awesome.
Awesome.
So
those margaritas
good.
On that taco truck. Yep. Get the premium.
My wife loves them. I like the beer, the IPAs.
That's my husband and I. I'll take the margarita. He'll take the beer. Anyways. Okay, cool. Okay, anything in Maryville that you're like people should know about? Like activity-wise, things to do, places to go.
Maryville activity-wise, I have a 2-year-old, so.
Oh yeah.
You know, Sandy Spring Park is pretty much where we
the place
we live.
The place to be. Have you been to the Muse in Knoxville?
No, I've not.
Okay, you gotta go. It's like kids museum, and it's for littles, and it's like $5 entry.
Perfect.
You should go. The Muse. Shout out to the Muse. Anyway.
Coming at you.
Yes.
Coming to you this weekend.
Yes. So, anyways, okay. So, if people want to work with Trademark, where should they go? What should they do? Tell us all the things.
Trademark.ads.com. My email address is j@trademarkads.com.
Jay, right?
JAY@trademarkads.com. That's best way to set up. I also am on Instagram at @jaywithtrademark.
Creative.
So thank you. I thought of it all on my own too. And yeah, phone number and everything is all on the website too. So
if someone's worried about like budget or whatever, and correct me if I'm wrong, I would say just call them and talk with like what your goals are, you know, and they can assess. So from there, you know, don't let that be a reason why you don't call. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah, absolutely. There are services that we can do that, you know, it's a business, so
they're gonna make money. I'm just saying, like,
it's not free, but
yeah. Well, I think some people don't realize like the importance of some of this stuff, and so they just maybe go to like get a bad website. So they've spent all this time on a bad website when actually if you would have invested in something, the return is better. And so at least if you start having the conversation, like maybe you're not ready now, but when you are ready, you're gonna have like a go-to place to take action on instead of being like, I should have done this before or whatever. So anyways, that's just my take on it.
You know, you're going to pay one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, and paying the right amount, the right time with the right company will have a much better yield than, you know, spinning your wheels and trying to learn how to code and develop on your own.
Don't do that. I've tried. Anyways, all right. Well, thank you for your time. This has been awesome. And we'll see you guys next time.